Ah, 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 ah. Konnichiwa. Hello everyone, this is Lune, not Lune. And today we're gonna be doing our TSUKI-TALK Prime with two amazing people. I'm gonna unfold them right now. They're the true face. Not really true face though. The thumbnail lost their faces, but they're real time faces. Alright. Let us bring Rudy and Izal. Hi.
No.
Yo. Hello. How are we?
How are you guys doing? Are you guys fine right now? Still nervous?
No.
Well,
But Arrows of Steel. Very good.
yes. We're good. We're very good.
Nice to hear that one's good. Do you guys want to introduce yourself first from Rudy?
Sure. Hi everyone. I'm Rudy. I'm the Chief Brand Officer over at AirAsia.
Yes, and I'm Izal, and I am the content strategist at Asia as well. Yeah.
And yes, we have this two handsome man with us today. Yes, Rudy.
And we're both, the guys behind Project Kavvaii, amongst a couple other guys that, do some great work for us as well.
Yes.
Do you want to introduce Project?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say I want to give a special shout out to Abby because she really helps us a lot on doing this. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Special shout out to Abby. I've had experiences working with her too, and she's an amazing person. You just want to give us a brief introduction on what Project Kavvaii is?
Rudy, you want to go? Or?
You take that.
Yeah. Okay. So Project Kavvaii, I think like when we were doing this, Project Kavvaii is somewhere we kind of at AirAsia we looked at it and we saw the VTubing space and we saw a lot of potential as well, and we wanted to see like how we can harness the talents from across Southeast Asia and give them a platform to help bring attention to that as well, because I think like if the VTubers from Southeast Asia gets more traction, then there's more interest for the culture in Southeast Asia itself. I hope I answered that right. Yeah.
Nice. Like actually, when I first seen Project Kavvaii came out, I was like, oh, Asia's doing that thing. I was like, wow, I definitely did not expect like a company like Asia would actually pick something like this up. All right. Then let's go into the real thing. Are you guys ready?
All right. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
go.
This one actually I think is for Rudy. Given that you're in charge of Asia's branding, which include like the recent brand position change as the Asian super app, can you tell us what led you to take the opportunity of having like a VTuber representing your brand?
I think for AirAsia, the one thing I think quite a lot of people know about us is that entertainment is something that has always been a part of the AirAsia brand. We've always been somewhat of a lifestyle brand. Even Tony himself, our founder, he came from the music industry. And for us, I think the idea was like, we had Red Records, which we announced a couple of years back, which is a joint venture together with Universal Music. It's also a platform for us to find artists in the Southeast region to really promote ASEAN, because there's so much talent, right, in this side of the world, like over 660 million population. And when the pandemic came along, we started looking into other ways to engage with our existing consumers on the AirAsia Super App and also our AirAsia.com platform. And one of the things led to us talking about the virtual space. And we did a little bit of research. We spoke to some people. We heard from some other people from our team as well about the VTubing community, and how well bonded everyone is and what a great space it is. And we checked it out. And we used to have a virtual influencer that stemmed from our chatbot. Her name was Ava. But, we kind of dabbled a little bit in that, but didn't really bring it that much further. But when the VTubing thing came along, we had to look at it and go like, wow, this looks like a really interesting space. And, it's another way for us to kind of harness the power of what Southeast Asia has to do and has to give, and create a platform for Southeast Asian talents, just like Izal mentioned earlier on.
Do you have anything to say, Izal?
Me, no, I concur with Rudy. He's the man.
I see. Then I have a secret question. Who's your favorite VTuber?
Who's our favorite VTuber?
Okay, apart from Kurumi. Kurumi is excluded from this question.
Okay. I would say it's you.
Wink walk. Okay. All right. Thank you. I'll take that.
No, but to be honest, to be very honest, I mean, I think like one part about that, like Rudy said, it was all about the community, right? And this community has so much talent. And if you want us to pinpoint one particular one, because every VTuber that we've come across or we've collaborated with have their unique abilities and unique characteristics that make them, right? Because I think that's what's so cool about VTubers, is that they are themselves, they are the person that they create, or they are who they are, and that's why people love them, right? Love VTubers in general. But we just love the VTubing community right now. That's what I can say. So that in general, everyone is like great for us.
I mean, I do really thank you guys for your work too, because what you guys are doing not only helps out yourself, but also it also helps boosting the Asian VTubing community as a whole. So yeah.
Yeah, but thank you to the community. I think I want to take this opportunity to thank the community for being so accepting of us as well.
I want to say hi to Teddy, number one supporter and fan. Hello.
Like, thank you to all the fans. Like, not just the fans, like the viewers in general, even you're just a lurker, and of course the people behind the scenes like you guys, and also of course Kuru-chan herself, and everyone that came along the way. Thank you. You guys are what made this community so amazing as it is. Alright, let's move on. The second one. You have seen the rise of Aozora Kurumi so much that Project Kavvaii actually opened auditions for another VTuber or two. What was on your mind, like, as you see the progress?
For me, honestly, the first time we did the auditions and all that, and we heard Kurumi, the first thing that came to mind was like, wow, she's got an amazing voice. But to see how the community has accepted her and also accepted Project Kavvaii, given the way we went about it, just to be very, very honest and transparent, the first thing we thought about was like, as a corporate company, it's kind of going out there and people know us as this Asia as a brand. We did have a little bit of concerns, like would we be accepted the same way other indie VTubers or whatnot are accepted. But it's great to see how welcoming the community has been and how Kurumi has grown, the number of followers and subscribers she has now across the past couple of months, the past half year or a little bit more than that. It's been amazing. I know, and for Izal, this is like, a baby for him, right? And the rest of the team, and I know the team gets very excited every time numbers move. They come to me and they say, hey, we hit this number now, the video's got this hit. It's really great to see the passion the team has.
Yeah, it do be like those little bit of milestone that we reach is like a big step of this whole community as its own. So yeah, it's really great to celebrate the little bit of milestone too. Even like me, even though I don't speak out loud because I'm a tsundere, I'm sorry, but yeah, I really love that little tiny bit of milestone too. Especially, like even when someone just gives that one encouraging words, me and my team would all be so happy. Which also... Yes, Izal.
Sorry, let me just add, because I think like what you said, like those milestones are important, and the best part about it is like when you see the community coming together to celebrate the milestones together. I think that was one of the reasons why it kind of pushed us on as well. Like looking at it, like, hey, look, you know what? Because like Air Asia, yes, I mean, we are based in Malaysia, right? Most of us, but practically we are practically like all across Southeast Asia as well. So the thing is, it's like why we wanted to have these auditions as well to find two more, because we see the potential in that. We definitely know that we have the potential in talent and that can go far. And Kurumi is a very big testament to that. And it all boils back down. And Kurumi, yeah, I'll say thank you to Kurumi as well, because she's been very hardworking in doing all this as well. Yeah.
Yep. It's really nice. Okay, then, not really a proper question, but what's the best encouragement that you have gotten from fans? Personally.
Personally.
It doesn't have to.
Okay.
Yes.
I know what mine is.
I guess let's start from Rudy.
Yeah,
let's
think
start with Rudy.
The biggest encouragement for me was when AK Shimbun started. I was like, whoa, and I gotta be honest, when I started, looking at AK Shimbun and the tweets and all that, I was just telling the teams like, are you guys looking at this? Like, I don't need to come to you for reports anymore. And that was very encouraging, because that showed me how much the community supported for what we were doing, and that was encouraging.
And Izal?
Yeah. Well, for me, honestly, it's not so much personally that something that kind of directly impacted on me, but I see how the community and like even other agencies came to help Kurumi, right, on doing her streams or supporting her on doing the collabs, and they were more than happy to like, hey, look, you know what, we can do this, and I gave her suggestions as well, because when we have our weekly meetings with Kurumi, she updates us on this, and I'm so thankful for that. And for that, because when we came in, we didn't want to be like, hey, look, you know what, this is an Asia thing and brand kind of thing. We really wanted to be accepted within the community, and that to me is the biggest milestone.
Okay, you did talk about like you guys having like meetings with Kurumi, so I guess that's one of the strategies that you guys take to like do your streams. Are there any other key strategies that the agency have like in mind to further bolster its talents reach across the VTubing community?
Well, yeah. So what we've been doing, and I think it's a learning process both on Kurumi's side and our side as well, because we learn a lot from her, and there's a lot of things that I hope I know that she learns a lot from us as well. But I think that's where the compromise and that partnership, the rapport of the relationship, that makes it better. Yeah, maybe sometimes there are tiny disagreements, but the disagreements is a positive thing, because for me, Kurumi wants to make it as best as she can. We want to make it as best as we can, because it's a common goal and a common objective. So for us, it's about that learning process. And to be very honest, we've learned a lot from agencies as well that have come to us and say, hey, look, if you have any questions, come and ask us. And if you're not sure, and there were the ones that actually came on and helped us with technicalities as well, and I think that's great, So I think it's a evolving community that evolves together. So the strategy is to evolve with the community.
Yeah. Anything to say, Rudy?
No, I was just gonna say Izal essentially hit the nail on the head, and one of the other things is it's also in terms of getting that growth and for the collaborations we've been doing, right? Getting on shows and speaking to people like yourself. In the past, working with some of the other VTubers as well, and recently doing a couple of games where it's a bunch of VTubers playing together on the streams. I think those are some of the other ways that we're trying to grow our visibility and get the right reach and engage with the larger VTubing community.
I mean, it do be like that. Like, talking to a lot of people, like making a lot of different friends. It's not just for you guys, like agency meeting agency, like managers meeting managers, but also us VTubers. And which I'm really grateful that I have a chance to, meet Kuru-chan. She's really amazing. So yeah, thank you guys for the chance, to bring Kurumi in so that I can meet her. And talking about Kurumi, we're gonna move on with the question of what was your initial impression of Kurumi?
Oh, that's an easy one, and I think I kind of mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
First thing was like, wow, this girl can sing. And I think everybody who heard her first karaoke, or even her teaser in I think her debut stream, she did a bit of singing, if I remember correctly. Everyone was like, yo, what is this? That was the most impressive thing.
What about Izal?
Yeah. For me, I think, okay, look, to be honest, it wasn't when we opened up the auditions that first time, right? I mean, we got a lot of entries as well. But for us, it was really important for us to look for someone that we think that could work well with us. And then when we met Kurumi, we were like, yeah, there's that. And definitely what Rudy said is right, because the audition tapes came in and we heard her singing and we were like, yo, what is this, right? And then when we met her, it was like, okay, the vibe gel, we vibe together. And then when we were preparing for the debut stream, the amount of work that she put in, because we were on it every night, like getting it right, getting the debut stream right, getting the settings right, learning stuff, and figuring out stuff together. And we knew at that point, like, yeah, this is it. We
This is the person.
This was the right choice, Yeah.
I mean, just to be transparent, we had no idea what we would do, so.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
yeah.
when you guys had your first audition, you pretty much don't really have anything to expect, right?
Well, yeah, I guess you're right in that sense, because we're gonna set something up, and it was gonna be the first idol and talent for Project Kavvaii. So yeah, we didn't really set expectations. I wouldn't say we 100% knew what we were for, but I think collectively always felt like, as long as it was somebody that always felt comfortable with and we knew had a lot of potential, then we would all agree on it.
Alright, then we're gonna continue with crew questions. So, in what ways do you think a VTuber like Kurumi can best represent Asia's brand image?
I think it's, well, relevancy is one, but also being able to engage with a younger audience, being able to engage with the internet. Everything on the internet, so important nowadays. And I think just that ability to bring the brand into a totally different space, where we can engage with a new set of audience in a different way, to build the brand. I think that was something that we felt, especially from a VTubing space and this project that we're doing. It gave us that opportunity to do something different. I mean, if you look at, I don't think any airline right now is doing this. Even super apps, if you wanted to talk about other super apps in the region, I don't think any of them are doing this. Obviously, Netflix did it. And when Netflix announced theirs around the same time as us, we were a little bit worried, not gonna lie. But if you look at the way Netflix approached it and the way we approached it, you would see there are two very different strategies and two very different ideas behind it. And I would like to think that the way we approached it was in a much more authentic way, because that is who Azure is as a brand as well. We're all about being authentic and being a people brand, right? So for us to create this platform to give talents the opportunities to shine and show what they can do, for example, like what we have with Kurumi and her talents, that's one way for us to kind of grow what the brand stands for as well.
Yeah, I do agree on the part where, Kurumi can actually bring different audience group, especially younger audiences, to notice AirAsia. as itself. So yeah, I think that's a really good call. Sasuga, Sasuga. Oh yeah, if we are talking about Kurumi, then we cannot forget about the crewmates. So
Yeah.
Crewmates.
what are your impressions with crewmates and the overall VTuber community that welcome Kurumi so well? I mean, we did mention about a little bit of that just now, but let's give a more complete impression.
Yeah, well, what kind of like cemented that I say, hey, look, you know what, like this is a community unlike any other, especially the Kurumates. And Kurumi went on an 8-hour stream for Resident Evil, and I was like, and they stayed, and they stayed, and I'm like, oh my god, that like people actually stayed, because I mean, age is catching up. I fall asleep quite early now, like 12 a.m., right? But they were really on it, But the support that they give, the motivation that they give, and you know what? We recently have been receiving a lot of gifts from Kurumi to Kurumi herself, right? And like it's very overwhelming, because like no one else in the office receives more packages than Kurumi right now. I can be very honest with you.
That's
Like,
actually very, very true.
Yeah, because it just keeps coming, and we're like, what's this? And like, yeah, it's I'm so appreciative. I really want to thank everyone, every crewmate, every jet setter, everyone there. Thank you so much for making this, because it would be nothing without you guys, Yeah.
Kurumi's comment about crewmates, they're Seisus.
Yes, they are Seisus, and yes, to the crewmates, I was not held under ransom. I was not threatened by Kurumi to say that she's Seisu. But yeah, that's that.
Blink if you need help.
But yeah, no. But was this? I do want to say though. I do want to say that the VTubing community that has accepted Kurumi, like you guys as well, has been very accommodating, and they have been like really like highlighting her as well, highlighting not only her but also Project Kavvaii. But people like my Holo TV, Muse have been a great help as well. I mean, everyone. I mean, there's so many for me to name right now, right? But it's just like everyone has been. I don't know, but I consider ourselves lucky that everyone that's come in contact with us, or we've come in contact with, have been so helpful and so welcoming. Look, if you want me to talk and praise about the community, I can go all night long, right? It won't go. It might be the same thing repeating again, but I cannot express enough how grateful we are for that. Yeah. Yeah.
Rudy, anything to add on?
No, I mean, Izal essentially summed it up. If I say the same thing you were saying, like the exactly like what he said about the 8-hour stream, and I was shocked too. I mean, I don't sleep as early as Izal. He sleeps earlier, but the same thing, I wouldn't have been able to go through that 8-hour stream. And when we heard about it and when we saw it, like, wow, these fans are really, really supportive of Kurumi and what she does. It's amazing.
I mean, it is through this like viewership that we get to see that actually there's a lot of people that actually have different lifestyles than us. There are people that actually just watch VODs. Like me, I have viewers that's from all the way across the globe. So this is practically their work time, or they just woke up. But it's nighttime. I'm doing my daily stream at this comfy hour. So yeah, it's really nice to get to know like a lot of different peoples, and especially the support that they've given us is so genuine and so nice.
Yep.
Now that we're talking about crewmates, how much potential does Asia and Project Kavvaii see among Kurumi's fan base as potential passengers of Asia?
I think not just being passengers for the airline, but also being per app, right? I think it's definitely there, and a lot. I would say quite a fair bit of Kurumi, the crewmates, are also users of AirAsia already. Because I remember how like one of his people were talking about being in the elevator. So obviously you guys should know the elevator joke, right? It's break time, and people just started talking about things related to AirAsia, such as santan food. So then elevator, it's time to go to the mamak, have some santan food, have some nasi lemak, and like it's great to see that fans were so open to just connecting it to the brand, as if as being accepting of it, because a lot of people are like, oh no, like it's another brand thing, like we don't want it to be so corporate. But it's great to see the kind of fans that we have, and I think because that it already exists in the community, the more Kurumi's fan base grows, I think the opportunity for us to bring our brand across the fan base with the help of the crewmates who are already AirAsia users, it's definitely there.
Then okay, question. Do you have any friends that actually was not a VTuber viewer, that actually, because you guys pushed Kurumi and they started watching VTuber?
Well, was this okay, I'll be very honest. Like in my household, my kids are like, oh, it's time for Kurumi to stream, is it? And every time like we have those weekly meetings, they're like, oh, are you talking to Kurumi and everything? And then somehow they started watching more VTubers as well. But I mean, being busy, I don't see it all the time. But they do. But the awareness of VTubers definitely among our peers and our friends have definitely risen. Yeah.
I mean, that's also. Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just gonna add that I think more people are taking note of the VTuber community, the VTubing community. And everyone's talking about metaverses and all that kind of stuff now. But it's kind of there already. Like VTubing community is here.
Yeah.
I mean, the times.
But but also another thing, like when we first started on this VTubing journey as well, everybody was like, oh, what's Rudy and Izal doing? What's Rudy and Izal doing? Then suddenly it became, what's Rudy, Izal and Abby doing? That kind of thing. But they have come to accept it, and that's the best part, right? Because like we never again, because our first objective was always to be accepted with the community and be embedded well with the community, that we never forced anything. But then when suddenly it came to the 20th anniversary, right, then we said, hey, look, why don't we do something? Then suddenly we didn't need to explain it anymore. Like on a company level, everybody understood what VTubing is and what Kurumi was, right? And they were like, no questions asked. Okay, here, pa. That's why the giveaway, we had like a lot of stuff to give away. Yeah.
Dang, the proud moments, the proud dad moments. Look at the proud dad smile there. Yeah, I mean, I am really, really proud. Like, I mean, it's not like you're kids or anything, but yes, it's really nice to see you guys being so accepted into the community too. I mean, at first, I was actually a little bit how do I say this? I was a little bit worried, since obviously it's your first time doing this.
Yeah.
And then it's really surprising that Kurumi is actually blending in with the brand so well, and especially the community too. It's not just like, oh, AirAsia thing, that's it. It's more like Kurumi. People know Kurumi as Kurumi, and that's actually a thing.
And a lot of that credit actually goes to Kurumi herself, because she really puts in the time and effort into doing the research and everything. That's why, like I said, we do research on certain parts, and she comes in research from certain parts. And I'll say that she does a very good job on trying to be accepted by the community itself. Yeah.
Kurumi is really a really hard worker, everyone. Love Kurumi in the chat. Love Kurumi in the chat, everyone. Give her a big love. Okay. Okay, the next one is more to a Project Kavvaii question. Okay. So, are there any key takeaways AirAsia and Project Kavvaii has learned upon its entry into the VTuber scene?
Oh, there are quite a few. Rudy, you want to answer first, and then. But
I was gonna say you go ahead first.
no. Yeah, I gotta think a bit about this, but I think like the key takeaway, and I think it goes with the generation as well, and it isn't just the VTubing, not this current young generation, because I think like the VTubing community cuts across many generations as well at the same time, but I think it's that I think what key takeaway that I get is like we have to be earnest and we have to be honest. In what we do and try to embrace the community itself first, right? And what it stands for and what it should be. Because, like I said, we didn't want, when we started Project Kavvaii, we didn't want Kurumi to be like a brand thing. We didn't want to be a sellout, right? We want to be legit, and we want to show like, yeah, we are in this for real, right? And I think I would like to believe that it's through that genuine sincerity that we have, at least from I know we are very sincere in doing this, that is why we are being accepted, as much as we are.
I think I was gonna say like one word to kind of sum it as well is authenticity, right? One thing we learned about engaging with the VTubing community quite specifically tell us that being authentic with who you are as a brand and who you are as a talent who is also a brand, such as Kurumi, for example. I think it plays a big part in engaging with the audience correctly. And ever since then, the first few months, we were like, okay, first couple of months, let's just keep it totally separate in terms of Project Kavvaii and AirAsia. Let's not try and force anything. Let's not try and be too hard sell. But it was amazing because we were authentic about it. We didn't want to try and, make things so commercial to a point that the community itself just, kind of brought us into it naturally. We didn't push ourselves to the community. Like just from crewmates itself, they started talking about AirAsia. So for us, that was one of the key takeaways, right? That, let's try not to be something that we're not. And I think whatever we're doing it's exactly that, right? We're not trying to be something else.
It's really, I think it's really important to have as in for Kurumi to have her own identity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not to be known as quote unquote AirAsia's VTuber. So like kudos to you guys to actually make that happen. And oh no. Sorry, my phone just went out, Barry. We all good, but yeah, okay. Talking about all this takeaways and everything, is there any troubles that you guys face while trying to push Project Kavvaii?
I wouldn't call them troubles, but just people understanding it.
Wakaru.
Yeah, and not it wasn't a bad thing. It was just more like people didn't get why we wanted to go into the space, and that's actually one of the reasons why it's literally called Project Kavvaii, because it started off as a project. We were like, okay, let's test it out, and then it kind of grew, and like Izal said, the recent 20th anniversary for AirAsia that we celebrated, and we did a stream with Kurumi. As soon as we said we've got a special stream we want to do, everyone in the company was like, oh yeah, we know what that is. Partner in this way, we can do some of these giveaways. It's amazing how our colleagues and other all-stars started to get into it as well and supported what we were doing, right? And yeah, I think the toughest thing I would say was getting people familiar with it. And also audio problems, man.
Oh yeah, audio problems. Audio problems is like
that was like the biggest nightmare for us pre-debut, but
technical issues. Yes, it will be like that.
No. No. So Rudy and I are both musicians, and we've throughout our our lives, right? We've never encountered so much audio frustrations until we did this. But yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Audio problem.
See,
But-
Kurumi
but-
recalls you. I think Kurumi is having nightmares about it.
PTSD. Audio problem, PTSD.
Yeah,
Alright.
man.
It's
Yeah.
gonna turn into a meme from now
But
on.
can I add on to what Rudy said? Or Rudy, are you done? Or you?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because I think like one of the main struggles as well is that between Kurumi and ourselves, that we are our own worst enemies sometimes. That is one of the biggest struggles, is that because we want it to be right? We want it to be good. And it's not for us, but it's also for the crewmates and everyone who's watching the streams, right? That we can't sometimes we are our own worst enemies and we are our own worst critics. But sometimes that I realize is that that's why I love the community, even like that sometimes there are scuff streams or whatnot, that they are so supportive and they're so accepting, and it's like, yeah, okay, because like, I came from a world of TV, right? And then like it had to be perfect all the time, and I always had that thing. But the crewmates taught me like, hey, look, you know what? It's okay. We're here to enjoy this. That. So that struggle for us is that lah. Yeah.
and everyone laughs about technical issues together, right?
Yeah, if it
So-
ain't Scuff, it
Yeah.
ain't VTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It do be like that. I have a lot of Scuff moments myself too, so we all good. We are all fair on this one. Yeah, for the content, Scuffness is content, so we all good. We all good.
Very true.
But then it also shows how much professionalism that you guys have and how much you guys actually my English is gone, I'm sumimasen, but the scuff just came out. I mean, how important Project Kavvaii is to you guys. So yeah, it's really respect, respect, much respect.
Thank you.
And let's move on to the next one. If you could give one advice to brands looking to tap into the VTuber scene, what would it be and why?
You need to collaborate with us, and you need to get on an interview session with Lune, the TSUKI-TALK.
Yes.
I'm actually I've been joking around with my managers. Apparently, I'm turning into an interview VTuber because I've been doing so much interviews. So I'm gonna turn into the MC interviewer VTuber instead of like gamer. My gaming ability is gonna go off.
It's fine because you're fun, so it's all good.
Yeah, I would say I learned a lot of things. Like doing this VTuber thing, it's not just learning from you guys, learning from Kurumi. I learned from a lot of other people too, like Muse that you mentioned, and my whole TV, like Lily. Everyone, we just share our things. Like VTuber community is such an open space. People share their free coding for their VTube studio. People share their free asset, like free art. Like what? Why? Just charge me for it. That's one part I really love about the community, but also at the same time, please let me pay you.
Yeah, but I mean, on a semi-serious note, if any brand really wanted to tap into the space, I would say, lead with the talent, not the brand. The same way we worked it out with that. We had a lot of talent, and that was the reason we set up Project Kavvaii anyway, to showcase the talent of Southeast Asia. It should have been led by her and not the brand, right? So lead with the talent, and the brand will naturally be accepted within the community as well, and you can get growth there. Hey Netflix, maybe you want to collaborate with us and something since you lead with the brand.
Netflix wink wonk. Notice me, please. Encore. But then yeah, okay. Oh my goodness, my brain just died because my English went away too. Oh no. But it's okay. Let's move on for now before my brain dies even further. All right. This one. is there anything that you would like to tease for fans of Kurumi and Project Kavvaii? Any teasers exclusively on here?
Oh, okay. So I mean, to tease, no, but to say, to try and create something for you to look forward to. All I want to say is that if you had enjoyed her villain cover, or you've enjoyed her butter cover, just stand by.
Oh!
Not that far away. Yeah.
Everyone.
That's a say. It's like we've always been saying. Can sing.
Wink, wink. Everyone, wink wonk in the chat. Wink wonk for the new spoilers. But yeah, okay. Then the next one is gonna be my secret question. Not secret question. It's the one that I've asked you guys before the thing started. Okay, so you guys are having like an audition for your Gen 2? Do you call it Gen 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so if someone wants to join Gen 2, do you have any advice for them?
Advice.
Advice.
Look, you know what? I think that's one thing. I think the biggest lesson we've learned with Kurumi is that you gotta be yourself and make sure that do the things that you want to do. Honesty in your content, in your audition reel that you're gonna send in is something that would be. Don't be pressured. We're nice guys, as you can see.
Yes.
I can speak for myself. I'm not sure about Rudy, but yeah, we're nice guys. But yeah, so I mean, I think don't put too much pressure on yourself on like how professional it has to look and everything, because I think like mainly what we want to see is like it's on how you can bring along content for a period of time, right? And how entertaining you can make it and how engaging you can make it. And that's where, because everything, that's one of the main first steps, and then everything else, it's a journey that we go through together.
Yeah. If I want to add to that, I'll just say like, be yourself, be your VTuber self, and I think it's important to know what you like and what you want, because then you can see your person through that as well. And if you speak 10 languages, that'll be amazing. But Kurumi already speaks like 5,000.
Pagashumi. Damn.
Yeah.
Alright, there you go, everyone. For you guys who are taking in the audition, remember, take note, be yourself. Alright? Remember, just to be genuine, I guess. That's really important.
Yes.
As a person that
Correct.
has been
So
in audition. Yes, sorry.
Yeah. So if you guys want to join, the link is in the chat section. Am I right? It's pinned, right?
It's pinned. So
So
everyone.
send it in.
As for someone who has been in an audition myself, be yourself. Don't try to be someone else. The more you try to mimic someone, the more it's gonna be awkward for yourself.
Exactly.
Yep. So can't wait for Gen 2. Please let me collab with them. Please.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Yeah, I can't wait. And everyone, let's give a round of applause in chat for Rudy and Izal. Yeah, round of applause. Otsu. Yeah, and then Kurumi is gonna be Kuru Senpai. And thank you so much for joining me today. Oh yeah, one last question. As a anime corner VTuber myself, I have to ask this question. What's your favorite anime?
Oh.
Okay. I am so torn. It's a tough one.
Okay, let's put it this way then. Let's put it this way.
I know what it is, and you. Okay.
If
No,
if someone asks for anime recommendation, what would you tell them? Just one.
Oh man, I am. Can I say 3?
Okay, sure. Go on.
Sure. Okay, Rudy, you want to answer first?
No, you go ahead.
Or me? Okay, so I got 3, right? So number one, first and foremost, and you guys are gonna call me boomer, right? I can bet you that it's Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk to
fair
me
enough.
is the best narrated anime ever. The character arc, the story arc, everything is just perfect for me. Right? I can watch it over and over again. Like one whole half an hour episode is like 1 minute pass in the game. It is so great. But that's so good. Second would be, I would say, I was torn between Dragon Ball, but I would say I would lean towards Naruto. Because I think Naruto's story is like that the underdog story, which I really like, I can relate to. And the third one, and it's my current favorite right now, is actually Demon Slayer. Yeah.
Of course, one of the best animes of the season too. And yes, Rudy.
Yeah.
I think mine. Well, I used to watch this a lot as a kid. Like of all the Gundams, I actually loved Gundam Wing. But I didn't watch it for Gundam Wing. I watched it because I liked Gundam Heavy Arms, which was a very specific Gundam in there. And then I think, from movies or films, Totoro. But apart from that, Dragon Ball as well. Dragon Ball was part of my childhood.
Yeah, and people calling us boomer, not me.
Yeah, I mean, we are.
We are.
Okay. Okay. I actually feel a little bit bad right now, but we all good. Is there any confession that you have to like Kurumi or the fans? As last
I a confession, right? Confession is that guys be kind to our moderators, and this is something that I forgot to say and I want to say it right now. I want to shout out to all our moderators. You know who you are. We are so thankful that you are part of this journey with us as well, and you've been helping Kurumi and that. So you guys, when you guys see the mods on Kurumi streams, just say hi, be kind, and yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah.
And Rudy?
Sorry, what was the question again? I was kind of zoning out. I'm hungry.
Do you have any confessions?
Do you have?
Oh, right.
Any confessions you want to make to me?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I love Izal. Without Izal, we would do a lot of this. And Kurumi, of course, and Abby, SR, the entire Project Kavvaii team. But if I were to put like an act, like a straight up confession, we still have no idea what we're doing, but we.
It's okay, you guys are doing well. Keep it up. Like, give us better stuff. Give us more wangi Kurumi.
Wangi.
Yes. Yeah, but still, that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me.
Not a problem.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah. Like as a as a fake interviewer VTuber, it's really you are my first like IRL guest, not VTuber guest, awesome. So
hey, we need our own
avatar.
Our skins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, you know what to do. Artists, you know what to do now. It's time. But yeah. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
I'm really glad to have you guys here, and of course the chances for me to interview you guys. And good luck. Good luck on your journeys. I will be there secretly.
Lune, can I have one last thing that I want to say?
Yes. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. So I think on behalf of Project Kavvaii, on behalf of Kurumi, behalf of Asia as well, we want to say like whoever that's affected by the floods, we really wish you guys well, and we hope things get better soon. I know things are bad in Malaysia and Philippines as well. I heard like a few other places. But be safe. Take care of one another, and I hope everything is all right. I think for those there are, reach out if you're not sure. You can go to the Asia Super App Instagram page or socials, and there are places where you can help contribute as well to those that were affected by the floods. So please do so. Yeah.
Yeah, please do take care to everyone. And for you guys that are here, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And
Thank you.
お疲れ様でした。おつるな。
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
everyone. Good
Bye.
night. I'm gonna click this button and this and